What if the key to restoring energy, circulation, and even erectile strength wasn't in a prescription bottle, but in a tiny, overlooked spice sitting quietly in most kitchens? It may sound surprising, even hard to believe, but emerging research and centuries-old traditions point to a single natural ingredient that can help improve blood flow, lower stress, support hormonal balance, and enhance sleep. Key factors that contribute to male vitality, especially after age 60. This is not about trends or expensive medications. Instead, it's about rediscovering what the body is still capable of when supported with the right compounds, naturally. And in this case, the solution comes in the form of a common spice that modern science now confirms has impressive effects on cardiovascular health, testosterone recovery, and overall male performance. Inside this spice is a compound called eugenol, which has been shown to relax blood vessels, reduce inflammation, support oral health, which is directly linked to nitric oxide production, and aid in restorative sleep. In this video, we'll explore how chewing this spice for just 60 seconds a day may stimulate noticeable results within the first week, especially in men over 50. You'll learn how eugenol works in the body, what to expect at days 7, 14, and 30, simple steps to incorporate it safely into your routine, and why it's been hiding in plain sight all along. Before we begin, consider subscribing for more natural health insights focused on men's wellness, backed by both traditional use and modern research. Ready to discover what your body might still remember once given the right support? Let's dive in. The compound inside the spice. What if the solution to better blood flow, energy, and confidence wasn't synthetic, but something you've had in your spice cabinet all along? Let's start with the spice in question, clove. Clove has been used for centuries in traditional cultures, primarily for flavoring food and easing toothaches. But what many people, especially men over 60, don't realize is that clove contains one of the most powerful natural compounds for circulation and vascular health, eugenol. Eugenol is a plant-based compound with a unique ability to act as a natural vasodilator, meaning it helps open and relax blood vessels. This is critical because as we age, our blood vessels tend to narrow, stiffen, and become less responsive. This restricts blood flow throughout the body, especially in areas that rely on high-pressure circulation, like the reproductive system, the brain, and the muscles. Here's how it works. When you chew on a whole clove, the eugenol-rich oils are released into your mouth. Because the mucous membranes under your tongue and inside your cheeks are highly absorbent, eugenol enters your bloodstream quickly and efficiently, often in under a minute. Unlike pills that must pass through the digestive tract and liver, this direct route helps eugenol act faster and cleaner. Once in the bloodstream, eugenol encourages your body to produce more nitric oxide, a naturally occurring compound that signals the smooth muscles of your blood vessels to relax. The result? Wider, more elastic arteries and capillaries, especially in areas that have gone quiet due to age. Think of eugenol like a gentle massage for your circulatory system. Over time, as the vessels begin to open again, you may feel subtle warmth, increased clarity, or even a lightness in your body. For some, that means better circulation to the hands and feet. For others, it may mean a renewed sense of strength in more private areas. This isn't a pharmaceutical effect. It's not forcing the body into performance. It's restoring the body's natural function. Unlike conventional medications that stimulate short bursts of blood flow through artificial means, eugenol works gradually and organically. There's no sudden spike, no awkward side effects, and no risk of crashing afterward. It simply gives the body permission to do what it once did effortlessly. In short, clove doesn't overpower your biology, it cooperates with it. And that's what makes this tiny spice so unexpectedly powerful. Why erections weaken after 60? For many men, the changes begin quietly. You're not as responsive as you used to be. Morning erections become less frequent or disappear altogether. Intimacy feels more frustrating than fulfilling, and it's tempting to blame age, hormones, or even yourself. But the real reasons for these changes are often physiological and reversible. After age 60, the small blood vessels that support erectile function begin to lose their flexibility. These capillaries are some of the narrowest and most delicate in the body. As they stiffen, blood flow becomes restricted, making it difficult to achieve or maintain firmness, even when desire is present. Another key factor is the natural decline of nitric oxide. This molecule helps blood vessels relax and expand. When nitric oxide levels drop, vessels remain tight and circulation slows. The result? Blood doesn't reach the areas that rely on pressure and responsiveness, including erectile tissue. On top of that, chronic stress and inflammation quietly sabotage your system. Decades of exposure to processed foods, sedentary habits, emotional pressure, and poor sleep accumulate. The inner lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium, becomes inflamed and less responsive. Over time, this silent damage creates the perfect storm: restricted blood flow, weakened vascular health, and declining sexual function. So where does clove fit in? Chewing whole cloves daily, just one or two at a time, allows eugenol, its active compound, to absorb quickly and begin its work. Unlike synthetic drugs that force temporary circulation changes, eugenol gently supports blood vessel relaxation. It works by increasing nitric oxide naturally and by improving the elasticity of aging vessels. Think of it as gradually reconditioning the pipes, not blasting them open with pressure, but clearing and softening them so flow can resume naturally. And while this isn't an overnight fix, the results can be encouraging. Some men report the return of spontaneous morning erections within 2 to 3 weeks of consistent use. Not because of external stimulation, but because circulation has been restored enough to allow natural function again. This isn't about reversing age. It's about supporting what's still working beneath the surface and giving your body the tools it needs to respond. You haven't lost your ability. It's just been put on pause. And now, it might be time to press play again. How to do the clove method step by step. One of the most powerful natural tools for restoring blood flow, energy, and hormonal balance may already be sitting in your spice cabinet. It's simple, it's discreet, and it takes only 1 minute. Here's exactly how to perform the clove method. Why not start with 2 to 3 whole dried cloves? Make sure they're whole, not ground or powdered. Whole cloves contain the essential oils in their most potent form, especially eugenol, the compound responsible for many of the benefits. 2. Place them between your molars, the back teeth, where chewing is strongest. 3. First 30 seconds. Press gently and allow the clove to crack open. Don't rush. Let the oils slowly coat your tongue and inner cheeks. Breathe deeply through your nose and stay relaxed. This phase allows your saliva to begin mixing with the essential compounds, preparing them for fast absorption through the mucosal lining in your mouth. For next 30 seconds, continue to chew slowly and intentionally. You may feel a warm, slightly numbing sensation. That's eugenol at work. This isn't a bad sign. It means the compound is entering your bloodstream, where it can begin affecting blood flow and nervous system function. 5. Finish. You can swallow the remnants if you're comfortable, or spit them out if you prefer. Either way, the key compounds have already been absorbed. Why this works so quickly? Unlike pills or powders that must pass through your digestive system, the mucosal tissues in the mouth allow for rapid absorption. Within minutes, eugenol enters your bloodstream, where it can begin its effects on circulation and inflammation. Many men report a gentle warmth in the body, a clearer mind, and a sense of calm focus within minutes of using this method. It's not just a spice, it's a signal to your body. We're waking up again. Done daily, this small act becomes a habit that supports better blood flow, hormone balance, and overall vitality over time. Up next, we'll explore the best times of day to use the clove method for optimal results. When to use it for best results. When it comes to natural remedies like the clove method, timing matters just as much as consistency. Using cloves strategically can amplify their impact on your body's circulation, hormone balance, and recovery. Let's break down the most effective times to incorporate this method into your daily rhythm. 1. Evening use. Prime your body for recovery. Many men report the best results when using the clove method about an hour before bedtime. Here's why. Cloves support deep, restorative sleep. The compound eugenol helps calm the nervous system, promoting a more stable transition into REM sleep, the phase when most hormonal repair occurs. Testosterone production peaks during deep sleep. Without quality sleep, your body struggles to restore healthy hormone levels. Cloves help reduce cortisol, stress hormone, at night, which clears the way for testosterone to rise naturally. Men over 60 often struggle with fragmented sleep. This simple method helps restore nightly rest, essential for daily energy, mood, and intimacy. 2. Morning use. Jumpstart circulation. If mornings feel sluggish or stiff, chewing cloves on an empty stomach can deliver. Improve blood flow to muscles, joints, and vital organs. A subtle mental clarity and relaxed focus that lasts through the day. Reduced tension, especially for those dealing with stress-related fatigue. Many users describe feeling more present and ready to move within 15 to 20 minutes of morning use. 3. Before intimacy or physical activity. Some prefer using the clove method 30 to 45 minutes before intimacy or exercise. The vasodilation effect improves blood circulation to key areas. Enhanced focus and confidence support both emotional connection and stamina. This isn't a magic pill. It's not about instant results. The clove method is a daily investment in long-term vitality, supporting your body's ability to repair, rebuild, and remember its natural strength. Coming up next, we'll explore how stress silently blocks your recovery and how cloves help fight back. Many men over 60 assume their lower vitality is simply a result of aging. But one of the most overlooked and powerful disruptors is chronic stress. Here's how it works. When you're under stress, whether from health issues, finances, relationships, or simply the pressures of daily life, your body releases cortisol, the primary stress hormone. Cortisol isn't inherently bad. In small bursts, it helps you react to danger or challenges. But when cortisol stays elevated for long periods, it begins to interfere with the production of testosterone, the hormone that governs energy, muscle strength, libido, and recovery. In fact, cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship. The more cortisol your body produces, the less capacity it has to create testosterone. This is where clove offers a second hidden advantage, beta-caryophyllene, another natural compound found in whole cloves. Unlike eugenol, which supports circulation, beta-caryophyllene binds to special receptors in the brain called CB2 receptors that regulate inflammation and nervous system stress. What this means for you: a calmer nervous system, a reduction in internal tension. Many men describe this as a letting go in the chest or a return to emotional balance. A subtle but noticeable improvement in mood and clarity, especially after a stressful day. Over time, as cortisol levels begin to stabilize, your body can return to a healthier hormonal state, allowing testosterone to rise naturally without the need for injections or synthetic boosters. This is not about curing stress. It's about giving your body the tools to respond better to it. There's a direct connection between how well you sleep and how strong your hormones are. That's because testosterone production peaks during REM sleep, the deep stage of rest that happens several times throughout the night. If your sleep is broken, shallow, or restless, your testosterone suffers. And without enough testosterone, the body struggles to build muscle, regulate libido, support energy and recovery, maintain mental clarity. Unfortunately, many men over 60 experience disrupted sleep, either from stress, nighttime urination, or age-related sleep disturbances. The result is a hormonal shutdown that can last for years without being noticed. Here's where clove steps in again. Both eugenol and beta-caryophyllene help calm the nervous system before bed. When taken in the evening, about 1 hour before sleep, the clove method can promote deeper, more consistent sleep cycles, reduce nighttime awakenings, help shift your body into rest and repair mode. Many users report more vivid dreams, a sign of reaching REM, waking up refreshed, and more alert. A restored sense of motivation and physical readiness the next morning. This natural support for sleep sets the foundation for hormonal reset, a powerful, long-term benefit that begins with just 60 seconds a day. Most men never think to connect their oral health with their performance, energy, or blood flow. But the connection is real and backed by science. Gum disease is far more than just a dental issue. When harmful bacteria build up in the mouth, especially around inflamed or bleeding gums, those bacteria don't stay put. They can enter the bloodstream, traveling throughout the body and triggering low-grade, systemic inflammation. This inflammation damages the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. Over time, it makes those vessels less flexible and more narrow, which directly reduces circulation, including to areas critical for intimacy and energy. Multiple studies have found that men with chronic gum disease are up to 70% more likely to experience erectile dysfunction. The reason? Impaired blood flow. That's where clove offers a double benefit. Not only does it support circulation from the inside out, but clove is also one of nature's most powerful natural antiseptics. When chewed, clove oils release compounds that kill harmful oral bacteria, reduce gum inflammation, help restore a healthier oral microbiome. This is especially important if you experience symptoms like bleeding gums, bad breath, or tooth sensitivity. By improving the health of your gums, you're also supporting cleaner, freer blood flow, a vital piece of restoring strength and vitality. This method isn't designed for instant results, but when used consistently, even small daily actions can lead to powerful, lasting change. Here's a realistic timeline of what many men have reported. Week 1, subtle signals begin. A gentle, warming sensation in the chest or core. Improved mental clarity. Slight uptick in daily energy or motivation. Reduced feelings of stress or internal pressure. These are signs your circulation is beginning to open and your nervous system is starting to calm. Week 2, hormones respond. Deeper, more restful sleep. Less nighttime waking. Increased morning energy. For some, the return of morning erections, a natural sign of testosterone rebounding. This phase often brings hope and the first real signs of internal change. Week 4, momentum builds. More confidence, emotional steadiness. Physical connection may improve, feeling more present during intimacy. Mood and motivation begin to stabilize. A growing sense that your body is starting to work with you again. The key message: progress is gradual but compounding. Your body doesn't need to be pushed. It needs to be reminded how to restore. This method is not a miracle cure, and it shouldn't be treated as one. What it is a daily investment in the health and strength you still possess. Chewing 2 to 3 whole cloves for just 60 seconds a day may seem too simple. But the consistency of that act, day after day, allows your body to retrain itself, to reduce inflammation, restore blood flow, regulate hormones, and heal slowly from within. To get the most benefit, pair the clove method with light daily movement like walking or stretching. Improve sleep hygiene. Go to bed earlier. Minimize screen time before sleep. Stress reduction, meditation, deep breathing, time in nature. Over time, these supportive habits compound, reinforcing the positive effects of the clove routine. This is how you rebuild, not from the outside in, but the inside out. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need fancy supplements or medical breakthroughs. You just need to start.